Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there is emerging allegation that the police commander in this country is not happy with William Ruto's deputy Gachagua after using the army officers to take over police operation Chopper and redesign it for passenger use. Imagine a chopper has been modified to help police officers in their operation to deal with the security, bandits, and other operations. And then someone just take over to go and dismantle everything in that chopper and just place in the seats for passenger use. Look at that. And there's a piece of newspaper that was shared. I want us to go through that story, and then from there we will also go deeper to understand why this is happening in William Ruto's regime and what is the state of our security in this country. Protest as 2 billion shilling police chopper repurposed for DP Gachagua's use. Expensive custom-made operation chopper for the National Police Service has been reconfigured for use by Deputy President Gachagua. This has left police without both surveillance and operational chopper, officials said. Sources aware of the development said the military brought in experts from Egypt who dismantled expensive surveillance gadgets installed in the police August AW139 to make it for passenger use and in particular for use by Gachagua. The move has angered police commander who feel it is aimed at grounding them in their international function. Among others, the air wing uses the chopper to carry out surveillance patrol weekly in non-bandit prone area, and this was helping in reducing the bandit attacks. The supply and changeover of troops in Boni Forest has not been going on since the MI helicopter the military took for repair has not been paid for and still wait for shipment out of the country. It costed the government 2 billion shillings to have the chopper in the country. We spent 1.3 billion acquiring it and further 700 million installing the equipment for better use. Senior officer aware of the frustration said, "We have tried to escalate the issue for attention of anyone who cares in vain. This is unfortunate because it is seen as malicious." Now, you know, in as much we are hearing of this story, a chopper which they spent close to 2 billion to modify it for police use. Imagine the modification that happened there took over a whopping 700 million shillings. Then you dismantle everything from that chopper and make it for passenger use. So it means the 700 billion shillings that was used to modify the chopper is gone in wastage. But then after this, we had another report from Ndii saying that the government is now planning to bring in another helicopter to help in the issues of survey. And look at this. The government to spend 20 billion to purchase 3 gunship helicopters and drones in this country. That was Ndii. He said this on 12th April. In one hand, you are destroying what already they have for use. Then you are talking about bringing in 2 other choppers at a cost of 20 billion shillings. So look at that situation, then you tell me. David Ndii talked about the issue of government being extremely wasteful. Try to connect the two here now. I'm sure this one is going to be another cash cow. Nothing will be delivered. And it's like someone is trying to wage a war between the military and the police in this country. Because how do you take a police chopper, then you hand it over to military to design it for Gachagua use? The question is, what was William Ruto using when he was the deputy president that Gachagua cannot use as of now? And why would you plan to purchase choppers worth 20 billion shillings when people cannot be paid salary in this country? At the same time, the other chopper is being dismantled for someone to use. Na ile kazi kubwa yenye Gachagua anataka afanyie ni kufanya nini? To just fly and go and launch the project, the stadiums, the fake stadiums. There's no any other major duty Gachagua want to do. So look on the priority of this government. Between the patrol in Boni Forest, where bandits are now camping, which is a big major threat to this country. Because you know, bandits can just look like this, but then within time, they will capture this country. And we will be the Somali way. It will take us years, and we will never recover what we have had in this country. So we are breeding bandits to take over the government. So where is the priority for this government? For them, priority has come to be all about themselves. They think about their interests, their welfare, and not about Kenyans. Because if you think about Kenyans and the security of this country, how will you take a police chopper designed for patrol, then dismantle it and hand it over to Gachagua for use? And the plan you have ahead is to use 20 billion shilling to acquire new other choppers in this country. But then in the same country, people are sleeping hungry. Civil servants cannot get salary. Soon they will be in the street demonstrating. So where are we heading to? This government really, does it understand what they are doing? And that is one of the problems when you take a one-time member of parliament and a former DO, make him a deputy. These are the results. I think by the fact that William Ruto nominated Gachagua to be his running mate, it was an insult to Kenyans. A big insult. Because you know, Gachagua is a nominee of William Ruto. People went to the ballot to vote yes, but William Ruto single-handedly appointed Gachagua to be his running mate. It was not a popular initiative to choose Gachagua to be a running mate. At least for Azimio, it was different. We had some interviews, and there was a board, a panel that was involved in the selection of Martha Karua. Hii ingine, the voting was not favoring Gachagua. But that's what we have now. Insult to Kenya. Now, tell me about the issue of wastage. I think if David Ndii mean good for this country, he should resign from this government. Because it's like they will not listen to him, in as much as he will continue to make noise. So where are we heading to? Now the police commander is complaining about army taking over their chopper. So are you also creating a war between the police commander and the army commanders? Or where are we heading to? And before we conclude this discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give our video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and let us continue with this discussion. Now, tell me the priority of this country. Is it about the security? Do they even care about the people in Pokot? Do they care about the people Turkana? We have heard about the bandits at Keyo Valley. We are aware on how police officers have lost their life when they're trying to deal with the issue of bandits. They go to an operation, alafu wananyoshewa marisasi wote wanakufa. So how do you want them to operate? And you see, they're talking about several months ago, the last time they had an operation in Bond Forest. So it means even when the operations are happening, there's no one who is giving proper information, because the chopper that used to fly cannot fly, is not there. The one that we're using to do the detection, it cannot do their work. So how do you expect these people to operate? How can they coordinate? And the reason is Gachagua took over. So where are we heading to? It's like we have clueless government. Hii ndio walikuwa wanasema bottom up, and indeed it is a bottom up government. We can see how they operate bottom up. Now police are not happy with Rigathi Gachagua. They will see him as an enemy. They view him as a distractor. They view him as a clueless person. So they don't have even respect for him. The police commander might not speak it, but that is how they regard Gachagua. Police is an independent body. So how is the executive intruding into police matters? And the police commander should be explaining why they allowed it to happen. He should have made noise. Or maybe they're trying to make noise now. Because this alone confirms that executive is now controlling the police. Where is the independence of police? How do they operate peacefully and independently? So because Gachagua has the advantage of sitting in security committee, and remember, Gachagua is not a commander of armed forces. It's only William Ruto, not Gachagua. Gachagua never took that oath. So why is he intruding into this issue? Taking advantage everywhere. So we can confirm here that there's no police independence in this country. In as much they were telling us that the police will have the say on their budget. Iko wapi? Iko wapi your say? Still someone can go there and take their chopper, dismantle it for other functions, and they have nothing to do about it. Security in this country is questionable, and we can see how the executive is so much excessive in poking their hole in police matters. So everyone has his way of dealing with the police. They want to give orders, they want to control, they want to take what they want to take. Where is the professionalism in this government? After 5 years, we will have no country. I'm telling you, we will have no country.